Hello everyone, welcome to Assessment in Special Education and Regular Education. Welcome to my online course. By this time I am hoping that you have done a little exploring of Blackboard, because that is very important. And if you haven't, I will review that right now. I will show you what my expectations are. This is the home page where when you sign on you will get to this page first. It has my banner and it has a little welcome message, and I will be emailing this link to everyone here. On the introduction it says click on this link before beginning. Now this will give you an introduction of how I use Blackboard, which is probably different than other instructors use Blackboard. If you've taken a Blackboard course before, I know a lot of people do it differently. I'm one of the few that uses video, and now you're seeing me. You get to see Dr. Tom in person, which is, from what students have told me, is a good thing. Makes you feel a little bit more connected to the course, rather than just talking to me with emails and discussion boards. So if you want to get an A, I think this course is work. If you're willing to work, you can get an A. One semester, a couple of years ago, every person in this course got an A. Dr. Lara wasn't happy. They're always looking at professors' grade lists to make sure there's no grade inflation going on, and it's very rare if everyone in my class gets an A. Because it's work. This course is work. If you're willing to put in the work, especially in the beginning, most of the work is front loaded in the beginning. If you're willing to do that, I think it's fairly easy to get an A in my course. But again, if you're not willing to work, if you're a student that's willing to accept a B or even a C, then chances are you're also going to be a mediocre teacher, which is not a good thing. Our kids deserve better than that. So I think you all should get an A. You all should be sponges for learning how to become a better teacher, and using assessment in your teaching, embedding it into your units and your lesson plans is very, very powerful, as you will see when we get to the end of this course and we talk about regular classroom assessment. We're going to talk this is a very fact information loaded course that goes from special education assessment to the concepts of reliability and validity and absence of bias, to No Child Left Behind and those assessment requirements, teaching to the test, and then finally classroom assessment procedures and grading procedures that will enhance your teaching. So a lot of stuff, but it's good stuff, and if you do the work in this course, you will walk away and say, man, I learned something from that course. So that's my goal. My goal is that everybody gets an A+, and that can happen, because as you will see, I have laid out my expectations pretty clearly. And I have rubrics and I have exemplars of everything that I expect, because that's good assessment, and that's what I want you to internalize from this course, and hopefully some of it you'll internalize from what I model. So let's talk about the beginning of my course. I will have I will have video presentations every week that I will talk about my PowerPoint, and it's important that you watch them. Now I would recommend that you get a loose leaf notebook and then print out, you can go in to Blackboard and print out my PowerPoints. If you go into course materials, you'll see week 1 here. This is this week's presentation, which you're watching right now. This is the PowerPoint, and again, you right click on it, save it, and then save it. Okay, once you save it, open it up and then print out, and I'll show you how to do that with mine. Here's mine. Okay, hit print, and then down here you'll see where it says print what? Print out a handout page and do it in black and white. And then you can do it in this 6, so you get 6 slides per page. You can do it where you get 2 per page. That's probably the best way to do it, because you'll be using my PowerPoint. So then if you want it, that gives you a good size, so you get 2 per page. Most of my PowerPoints are, I would say, 15 or 16 slides. So you're going to end up with about 8 or 9 pages. And if you print them back to back, you'll save paper that way. But whichever way you do it, print out my PowerPoints, because the final exam you're going to there are going to be questions on my PowerPoints, and I will say PowerPoint week 8, and I'll have a question. So it's crucial that you print out and save everything, and put it in order in your notebook, because when the final exam comes, you'll be able to leaf through it and find the answers. The final exam is a 50-question multiple choice, open book, of course, because there's no way I'm going to see what you're doing. But anyway, make sure you do that. That will help you. Okay, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Tom Mawhinney. That's a picture of me a couple of years ago. I was at the Dutchess County Fair with my honey, my wife of just a year and a half now. I was in public education for 30 years, over 30 years actually, as a special education teacher. I was then an assistant principal, and the last 10 years before I retired, I was a high school principal in upstate New York. So I've been through almost everything, special ed, regular ed, and then in administration as well. So that's a little summary of me, my public education career. I've been an associate professor at Turo. Well, it's been more than the past 3 years now. I think 2006, I was hired, and that's when I was hired full-time, and before that I was an adjunct professor at Turo, and I paid my dues. I taught in Hempstead, Long Island, Bayshore, Long Island, Staten Island, Brooklyn, Westchester County, and now my home office is in New York City, Manhattan, which is what I like, because I take the train from Poughkeepsie about an hour and 40 minutes, and it takes me to Grand Central, and then it's 3 stops on the 6 train to West 23rd Street. So I like that. And I only have to go in once a week to teach a live class and do some administrative work. So that's a little bit about me. One of the things that I do in my live classes is I have an icebreaker, and I think this is important, especially for a class like this that is online, where you don't really get to see people. Although with Skype and I think it's Weibo now, you can see each other, but I'm not going to be doing that. But what I do like is for you to write a little bit about yourself on the discussion board, and I'll show you where that is. If you go over here on the left menu, you'll see discussion boards. Click on that, and you won't see these are all the discussion boards you have all year, so you won't see those. But here's the introduction icebreakers one. Again, like I say here, avoid qualities like nurturing, loving, caring, etc., etc. I celebrated my first anniversary a while ago. Now I've been married for a year and a half. I am a diehard Red Sox fan, and I still am taking yoga and enjoying it immensely. And I'm also a Patriot fan, which you'll see. And this is depending on what semester you're watching this. It's either the middle of the baseball season, the end of the baseball season, or the end of the football season. So, depending on whether it's spring, summer, or fall semester. So I definitely am. I grew up in Massachusetts. If you're wondering, what is this jerk doing rooting for the Red Sox and the Patriots when he lives in New York and works in New York? Well, I grew up in Western Massachusetts, and it was in my blood being a Red Sox fan. Then the last thing is to visit threads of all your classmates and just say hello. I mean, there's nothing. I'm not grading this. There's no criteria for doing it right or wrong. But this is how I would like you to begin. Once you have done that, then you can go on to the next, in course materials, you can go on to the next video. I have 3 or 4 for this first week, I believe. So anyway, go to the discussion board, introduce yourself, add a picture, and if you know how, you can even add a video, which is even better. We get to see a video of you. Most, as you can see, as I'm doing, most new laptops anyway have cameras built into them. So give it a shot. It's something worth knowing how to do. So that's it. That's my introduction to week 1, and I will see you in the next video.